Hey guys, welcome to our video today. My name's Amanda and I'm going to be taking you guys through a few variations of tree pose today. So we'll work on a lot of grounding as well, which will be really nice. And as always, I always like to use a couple props. So blocks are really handy to help bring the ground up to you. So you can use something like this. You could use a pillow or a can or something like that, books. All right, so we'll start in a seated position with our eyes closed. Starting to slow down here. Take a couple breaths. So as we work with this grounding idea today, this is a really good practice for helping us come to the present moment. So just trying this now as you're in this seated position. Notice what is pressed against the ground. Maybe it's your feet, your ankles, your shins. Notice how this feels. Notice the stability you feel. Now, anytime we're moving through our practice today and you find yourself lost in thoughts, know that that's normal, but see if you can come back to this grounding feeling. So again, just concentrating on whatever is touching the ground and noticing how that feels in your body. Let's take a few more moments noticing the sensation in through the feet, in through the legs. And then let's start to slowly open the eyes. Let's add some movement. So on our inhale, let's reach the arms up. And on your exhale, bring the hands down through your heart. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come through the heart. Now the next time you sweep your arms up, let's add a twist. So let's twist towards the left. Your right hand could be on the left knee, left hand's behind you. Sitting up nice and tall. Now as you inhale, reach the arms back up, come back through center, and this time let's twist to the right. On your next inhale, let's take the arms up, hands come back down through center. Now let's add a side bend. So let's take our right hand about a foot from our right hip. Inhale, reach that left arm up, and let's arch over towards the right. See if you can lift through your chest. Your gaze could come just near the elbow. And on your inhale, let's come up and switch sides. Left hand goes down to the mat, right arm reaches up and over. On your next inhale, let's come on up and let's move to a tabletop position. So let's take a couple cat-cows here in our tabletop position. So just ensure that your hands are right under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. And on your inhale, let's drop the belly, look up, And exhale, curl the spine, chin comes to your chest. Let's do a few more of these. Inhale, gaze comes up, drop the belly. Exhale, curl the spine. Following your own breath. Waking up our spine here. Finish one more round and we'll meet in a neutral position. So from here, let's add some hip circles. So start to lift your left knee and we'll lift that knee straight out beside us, adding a couple hip circles here. So moving in one direction, drawing little circles with the knees, and then let's move in the other direction. So using that core to help you stabilize here. And release the knee. Let's move to the other side. So take that right knee up, start adding these little circles. So we're just loosening up this joint. You can move to the other direction if you haven't yet. And let's release the knee. From here, let's cross our ankles and just sit back. Moving to a staff pose, our feet are right in front of us, sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath here. Now let's take head to knee pose. So let's take our left foot against the right thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's fold forward. Now this can be a pretty passive pose. We're just starting to open through the back of the leg. So be gentle. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, bring the arms down, and let's switch legs. So this time, the right foot is placed against the left thigh. Arms reach up, and let's fold forward. Take a couple breaths. And on your inhale, let's start to come on up. So let's move back to a tabletop position. You could just swing your legs around. So from our tabletop, let's tuck our toes. You may need to walk your hands forward a little bit. We'll move to down dog. So press the hips up. Take a few breaths here, starting to lift the sit bones. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat. Let's walk ourselves forward, coming into a forward fold. From our forward fold, let's start to bend into the left knee, straighten the right knee. Then we'll bend into the right knee, straightening the left knee. Now, if that's too much to have your hands on the floor, you can always grab a block, or you can place your hands on your thighs or on your shins. So we're just alternating, straightening one leg, bending the other leg. So this is really going to help open up through the hamstrings. Let's take a couple more here. And then we'll meet in a forward fold. Take a couple breaths, let it go. On your next inhale, let's come up to a halfway lift. So press the hands into the shins, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up to stand. Hands come through the heart. So let's get into our tree pose right away here. Anchor down through your left foot, and we'll take the right foot to either the left ankle, left shin, or the left thigh. Hands can be in at your heart, or maybe the arms reach out. Any of these variations is perfect. See if you can lower your shoulders away from the ears. And let's release the arms. As we release this leg, let's cross our right leg over top of the left. Inhale, reach the arms up, and we'll take a forward fold here. Now it's okay if you have a bit of a bend into the knees. You can even walk this right foot a little bit wider or a little bit forward, whatever feels comfortable. Take a few breaths. Now let's bring the feet back, hip distance apart in our forward fold. On your inhale, lift, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, come up to stand. Hands come through the heart. Now we'll try this on the other side. So this time, press into your right foot. Our left foot will come either to the ankle, calf, or to the thigh. Hands come through the heart. Or if you like, you can reach the arms up. Feel that stability in through that right foot. Let's take one more breath. And as you exhale, take the hands back through the heart, crossing this time that left leg over top of the right, and we'll take a forward fold. Reach up, and let's fold forward on the exhale. Let's find one more breath. And then let's take the feet back, hip distance apart, into our more traditional forward fold. On your next inhale, let's come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up to stand. Hands come through the heart. From our mountain pose, let's again press into this left foot. This time, lift the right knee, squeeze that knee into your chest. Let's reach the arms up and let's kick this leg out 3 times. So exhale, kick it out. Inhale, pull that knee in. Exhale, kick it out. Inhale, pull the knee in. Exhale, kick it out. Pull it in, and let's release. Let's take tree pose again. So we'll stay on the left foot here. So take your right foot, again, either to the ankle, calf, or thigh. Hands can come into your heart. You could take the same variation we took last time, or you can reach behind you and grab for opposite elbows, adding a bit of a heart opener. Keep lifting through the chest. Let's finish one more breath here and release. Let's try the other side. So press into your right foot this time. Squeeze that left knee into your chest. Let's lift the arms and let's take 3 kicks. So exhale, kick it out. Inhale, lift the knee. Exhale, kick it out. Lift the knee. Kick it out and lift the knee. Release. Let's take tree pose again. Press into your right foot. Again, our foot, you know all the variations, so take whatever feels comfortable for you. And you know the arm variations, so whatever works here. Reach up, or you could grab behind your back, grabbing opposite elbows. Keep breathing. See if you can pull your left knee back a little bit, just opening the hip a little bit more. Take one more breath. And let's release the feet, release the arms. Let's take a flow. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands on the mat. We'll step back to a down dog. From here, let's inhale, move to a plank pose. Again, you can always modify and drop the knees. Let's take chaturanga. Come all the way down to a hover. And then as you inhale, lift the chest, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Now let's come to a tabletop position. So take the knees down and we'll take a side plank. So keep your right hand and right knee just where they are. Kick out the right foot and let's roll open to the left, reaching that left arm up. So you could stay here. You could start to lift that left leg. Make sure you're engaging your core. Or you could come to a full side plank. Make sure you're lifting the hips. Find one more breath. And let's come back to our tabletop. Let's move to the other side. So left hand, left knee stays just where they are. Kick out that left foot. Reach the right arm up. Maybe you lift the right leg, or maybe you come to a full side plank. Take one more breath. And let's release. Meeting back in that tabletop position. From here, let's tuck the toes, make our way to down dog. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat. We'll step forward, meeting in a forward fold. On your next inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up to stand. Hands come down through the heart, mountain pose. On your next inhale, let's reach the arms and we'll take chair pose. So keep the feet hip distance apart. And on your exhale, sink the hips down, chair pose. Let's shift the weight into the left foot, and we'll take a big step back with that right leg. Coming into a high lunge. Take a few breaths here. Drop the hips. Now let's open up into Warrior Two. So take that right heel down to the mat. Just check in that your front heel's in line with the back arch. Bend in through the front knee. Reach the arms. Again, see if you can lower the shoulders away from the ears. On your next inhale, let's reverse our warrior. Take your right hand to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up. Take another breath. Now let's straighten that front leg and we'll take triangle pose. So reach that left arm as far as you can forward. Take the left hand to the left shin. Right arm comes up. See if you can really pull this shoulder back. On your inhale, let's start to come on up. And let's take a big step to the front of the mat, meeting in a mountain pose. Let's take another tree pose. So this time, we'll take the opposite foot. So press into your right foot. Again, any variation with the left foot. Now you could come to any of those variations with the arms. You could reach up, grab a hold of opposite elbows, or you can add a side bend. So our left hand will come to the left knee, right arm reaches up, and then let's start to take a side bend to the left. On your inhale, start to come up, release the leg. Let's take a flow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to down dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Again, you can always modify. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra if you're modifying. And press back to down dog. Inhale, look to the front of the mat. Step forward. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up to stand. Hands come down through the heart. Let's set up that sequence on the right foot this time. So we'll start in that chair pose. Reach the arms up. Drop the hips down. Start to shift the weight into your right foot. Let's take a big step back with that left foot coming into a high lunge. Just make sure that that knee is stacked on top of the ankle. Find one more breath here. And then let's open up into Warrior Two. So take the left heel down. Just check in, make sure that that front heel is in line with the back arch. Bend through that front knee, Warrior Two. Let's take one more breath. And then let's reverse our warrior. So left hand comes to the left thigh, right arm reaches up. Feel the space here in through your ribs, in through this whole right side. Let's release, come up, and we'll take triangle pose. Reach that right arm forward. Take the right hand down to the shin. Left arm reaches up. Maybe that hand could come to the floor or a block. Or again, just keep that hand on the leg. Nothing wrong with that. Let's find one more breath here. And let's start to make our way up. And we'll meet in a mountain pose. So step forward. And we'll take that tree pose now with the left foot on the mat. Again, any variation with that right foot and any variation with the arms. If you're taking that side bend, you'll take the right hand to the right knee and we'll side bend towards the right. Find one more breath here. And let's release. Inhale, reach up. Let's take a forward fold. You could bend in through the knees. Rest your belly on your thighs. Relax the neck. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows here. Maybe you swing from side to side, just really releasing the back. Now let's take the hands to the mat, bend through the knees if you like, and we'll step back to down dog. Let's bring our knees to the mat. Cross your ankles and let's take a seat back. We'll set up with the length of our mat here for frog pose. Now I'm on carpet, so I've got a lot of softness here, but if you're on floor and maybe if your mat's a little bit thin, I would recommend rolling the mat on either side a little bit. This is really a lot more comfortable on the knees. So we'll take our knees onto our little rolls that we've created. Now, frog pose is going to be with our feet in line with our knees. If that feels like too much on the hips, you can always keep your feet together in more of a tadpole variation. Now let's start to move forward. Take the elbows to the ground. And you could start to walk back. If this ever becomes too much, know that you can always move the body forward. Just walk the elbows forward a bit. Or if you want to intensify, start to pull the body backwards. This one can be quite intense, so just keep breathing. Keep feeling yourself anchoring into the ground. Find this stability, this grounding feeling. Let's find one more breath here. And then let's slowly start to walk our hands up. If your feet are pointed out, let's take them in. And then I just like to kind of sit back. Walk one knee in, walk the other knee, and let the mat go. Now we'll come down to a seated position with our knees pointed up. And let's make our way all the way to our backs. Let's take a figure 4 position. So take your right ankle across the left thigh And we can start to pull that leg in towards us. Make sure you're flexing this right foot. This will help open up the hips. Take a couple breaths. Now release the arms into a cactus position, and we'll take a twist with our legs just how they are. So start to take the legs out to the left. Your gaze could come to the right. If you like, you can always take your left hand and hold on to your ankle. Find one more breath here. And let's start to come back up. Take the legs back to the ground, and we'll move to the other side. So this time, left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Start to bring that leg in towards you. And again, make sure you're flexing this left foot. Keep breathing. Finding some space in through that left hip. Let's start to release. Take the hands out to that cactus shape. And this time we'll twist the legs, moving them towards the right. Your gaze will come to the left. Again, you can take your right hand on that left ankle. These are just options. Let's take another deep breath here. And let's start to come back to center. And we'll set up for Shavasana. So release the legs, extend the arms. Just allow your body to rest. Allow your body to absorb all the benefits of this practice. As we start to awaken the body here, start to deepen your breath. Maybe add a little bit of movement to your fingers, to your toes. You could take a nice big stretch. Take the knees into your chest, give yourself a nice squeeze. And we'll slowly make our way to one side. Whenever you feel ready, let's make our way up to a seated position. As you arrive in your seated position, let's take the eyes closed one more time. Again, feeling this grounding sensation. Noticing the sit bones on the earth. Let's start to open the eyes. All right, guys, thank you for being here. I hope you have a good day. Namaste.